Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wind Waker Randomizer Season 5 Losers Quarterfinals. We've got Butterlord versus Spytron, Game 2 of this best of 3. Butterlord looking to advance to the Losers Semis, Spytron looking to force a Game 3. And with that, I'm going to throw it over to our commentators, Armageddon and Max Hellman. Take it from here, you two.
Good morning, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
How's it going?
Arma, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Max?
Oh, I'm just great. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, I am too. The first race was wild. So I'm hoping that we get to see another wild race.
I've seen plenty of Wind Waker Rando from Butter, so I'm excited to see a little bit more. Their first race was really exciting. I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun listening to you commentate that.
Oh, thanks, Max. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm trying my best. Yeah, the the first match was a little wild just because of just things that the runners did and a bunch of just different routing things that ended up happening and other unfortunate things that ended up happening. So who knows what's going to happen now? There might be some cool stuff that ends up happening because it's a game 2 and Butter's up a point. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
You always love to see tournament races like this go to Game 3. Really
Yeah.
ups the suspense. Not saying
we
I'm
always
pulling for
love it.
Spytron, but I'm just saying it would be fun. I think everyone at home would enjoy that.
Yeah, more Wind Waker, as I like to think, at least.
The world doesn't have enough. There's
Yeah.
not enough Wind Waker randomizer in the world. We need more.
Not enough water. We need more water.
All right.
And we're off. Starting at, I think, the right triangle island of Tower of the Gods. Oh. And Spy potentially not reading hints right away. All right. Doing the classic go to Windfall immediately.
I saw Spy did got the hints through storage last time. Is that something they usually do every
Yeah,
time?
that is definitely a Spy classic.
That's so clean. That's so fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. Spy and Gymnast end up doing stuff like that just because there's advantages and disadvantages to it, but it is a nice fancy thing and a different thing to see, especially on like a restream. And hints wise, we're looking at having Tower of the Gods, Earth Temple, and Forbidden Woods. And comparing to their last seed, once again, a bunch of dead locations hinted at. Although they do have a shard and a pearl hinted at, which could be interesting, because those are both required this seed because of Tower of the Gods.
Diving?
Diving?
Bottle?
And getting a bottle? I actually didn't know that the salvage core was at this island. That's a cool routing thing to know about. And Tingle once again having a gold statue of himself, as everyone should have.
Yeah, I got a couple. I got a couple
Yeah.
in the back.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, I feel like going to Windfall immediately is always smart because there's just so many checks. Do you know if there's a reason why Butter most of the time stays away for at least a little bit? Because you saw Spy go right there.
Yeah. I think the reason why Spy is going here immediately is mostly just because he's going to end up reading hints while he's here, because he's probably about to do it. He's going to talk to King of Red Lions, start door cancel stuff to do some wild things with opening a door and your hitbox with that. Butter normally, and I know a few other runners, I normally do this as well, is normally you want to look for other items to do more things on Windfall. Like, most of the time it ends up being like a Picto box or something like that. That's the biggest thing.
Trying to min-max Windfall.
Yeah, warping to Windfall a bunch of times ends up adding a lot of time onto your seed, and it's just super annoying to deal with. So I think that's the main reason why runners end up coming here later. If you get like Fire and Ice, which I guess in this situation, starting with a bow, you'd want to get Fire and Ice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's mostly just routing things and minimizing times going to Windfall. That and early, like, Sphere 0 Windfall checks end up being normally not too important, but randomly they are, because Wind Waker Randomizer is really fun.
I didn't see what dungeons are we looking at for this?
We have Tower of the Gods, Earth Temple, and Forbidden Woods. So we'll likely need 2 shields, or we actually need all the pearls. And you know, Leaf Boomerang would be nice, but we don't need it. Leaf would be kind of important for this seed. And I don't know what Butter stored at Mother and Child, but hopefully that's something cool.
I don't know. I don't even know if he checked yet.
Yeah, I think he did, but I didn't see it if it was a thing.
Oh, shard.
Oh, updated was a shard.
Shard. Spy with 2 Tingle statues.
Man, what a gamer. Now, we actually don't have Tingle hinted as a Baron location this seed. We do have, I mean, some kind of nice ones. Diamond Step, Crescent, Angular, and Ice Ring being hinted as just completely dead, so... I mean, some of those are pretty nice, just so you don't ever have to go to those. Unfortunately, getting all the Tingle statues was not one of those, so I guess we'll see if that ends up being something important.
I'm a huge fan of Tingle, so...
I am sometimes. In the context of Wind Waker Randomizer, I'm not all the time. And Aurora's Mail, I think that was, gave a shield, which at least one of those is required, so... Spy on his way to finish up this part of hide and seek before he does Lenzo Door cancel. Spy did a really cool thing with storage, black magic trick in Wind Waker, where he used a text box to cancel opening a door, and when you open a door, your hitbox basically turns into nothing. It's really weird. I don't know, like, super technical explanations for it, but it allows you to, like, walk through walls, walk up the tree, as you saw Spy do. So you can just check those checks super early. Unfortunately, they weren't anything, so doing Lenzo Door cancel in this seed in particular ends up being not as cool. But it's always a cool thing if it's something important and you don't get a Picto for a really long time. All right.
So that hide and seek gives him.
Butter's favorite check is Note to Mom again. That was the exact same thing in his last seed, so... And a Triforce chart, which is extra not important, these settings, so... Note to Mom could be cool. I think, yeah, Spy does have the delivery bag, so he can figure out what that is pretty quickly. And Butter getting his hook shot from Bird's Peak. This was hinted at. I'd assume Spy is likely... Ooh, or maybe not. I was thinking Spy was going to change it to nighttime. Oh, he might still be. I didn't realize he hadn't delivered the letter. Alright, cool. So Spy's probably going to do some nighttime windfall checks before he leaves. Definitely can be a play. I know some runners like to leave that off until it naturally turns to nighttime so they don't have to do a Song of Passing.
More
Note to
letters.
Mom gave Maggie's letter. Real fun.
That makes sense. I just reached into the mailbox, got more mail.
Yeah.
Which I think is a felony, but...
You know. Link does have a backwards head in Spy's game, so... I don't know if Link really matters about... or cares about felony right now. And I'm assuming Spy's probably gonna end up like storing the door. You can, if you store a door in Wind Waker, it basically just makes it so if you open any other door, it just puts you to the other door that you already stored. So I'm assuming he's probably gonna end up doing that and then mailing the letter so you can get the cutscene real quick for Maggie's letter. Interesting windfall routing. Cool item placement.
Butter currently in my favorite island.
Everyone's favorite island.
I love just missing these throws every single time.
Yeah, Bomb Island, notorious for being really fun. And no one dislikes it at all. Bait bag being there.
Bait bag.
That's true. It is better than Fire Mountain, thankfully. But it's also just... It's probably just as long if it ends up being really dumb to throw the little basketballs in. Right, Butter going to outset. Probably after getting that bait bag, he realized, I can just do everything here. I can do Granny, one trip outset. Rare occurrence. Except he's going to golf first.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
That's true. Golf is pretty hype. This just was not the thing I was expecting to see. Leafless golf in a tourney race. All right, I'm down.
Yeah, I think Butter's just showing off for me.
True, yeah. Max is watching. I have to do the cool strats.
Oh, is that a third Tingle statue?
That is 3. The mail chain being super important.
I really hope Tingle has something
right?
super hype.
All right. Butter is doing leafless golf. This normally, no matter what, does require leaf. But as you can see, Butter's just not really caring about that. He does have hook shot, so he can get it super early. And it was a pretty clean leafless golf, so...
Oh, incredibly clean.
Yeah. So even with using leaf there being faster, that still wasn't too much of a time loss if Spy ends up going to that with leaf.
Spy just got ghost ship chart in the bar.
We don't have a hint for any Great Sea stuff other than Cyclist, which we know is Furores, so...
Oh. Why didn't he buy the red rupee for 20 rupees?
Right. Yeah. Money back guarantee. Yeah. I think doing leafless golf there was a pretty comfortable thing, just because Diamond Step isn't a place that you have to go to this seed, so just getting that out of the way super early is going to be really nice for Butter.
Hearts in chat for Granny.
Yes, Grandma Enjoyers. Look at Butter's side of the screen. I'm a Grandma Enjoyer.
Hey. Whatever floats your boat. You just got soup from grandma. Is that not randomized?
The item from that isn't randomized. You always get soup from
You
that.
always get soup from grandma, huh?
Yeah. The mail check that you get from grandma is randomized though, so that's the main reason why
Okay.
people end up doing it.
Okay. What she got under her house? What are you hiding there, Granny? Cabana deed.
He stole the cabana deed from the teacher. Can you believe it? Grandma's
I
dark
always say that
secret.
teachers in this in Wind Waker, they have too much.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
They have too much. They really do. I've always said that. Butter also not forgetting to check under Link's house.
Spy getting the shard from
That is the shard, yeah. Not storing it, which is
Butter
nice.
Child.
And likely gonna see granny mail here from Butter. And it is daytime, so we are looking at yeeting the pig.
Spy got the red rupee for 20 rupees.
Yes! Spy's the real winner, no matter what happens in this race.
Yeah, I'm pulling for Spy in this race. That was just financially a good decision.
Right? Getting the shield from Furor's mail. Easy pig throw from Butterside. Nope. Second throw for good measure. Pig not wanting to eat. All right.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
It's a pear. All right.
Not even gonna touch the pear.
Unfortunate. Not taking a snack for the road. Right. Mesa had his wallet chilling in a chest under his bed.
So we got a arrows upgrade and a wallet upgrade. Really huge items in this race, I think. Will really put him ahead.
Yeah. I mean, potentially. The wallet has a chance. We are about to see. The quiver upgrade's just nice. Nice for anything in Wind Waker. And it was grapple.
Ooh, grappling hook.
All right. Well, our Forest Haven being on the path to Kali Demos hint does mean that it can't be grapple. So it could be either boomerang or leaf, depending on where the item is. Or something that leads to it. Alright, gonna get a quick peek of Headstone on Butter's side. The rock's in the way. Another Tingle statue.
Oh, that's important. That's very important.
It's super important.
Calling it right now. Tingle has light arrows.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. Everyone's dream. All right. First shard, I think. Yeah, first shard for Butter. Or first shard. Oh my
Is this
gosh.
Spy
First statue.
getting hook shot now?
Yep. Butter going to DRI. We do know that fly across DRI is dead, so he can just peek that chest up there and determine if he needs to hit it down, which no runners do this run. We do have a windfall to Calais Demos hint, which I think I don't think we found anything specifically for Calais Demos yet, so I guess we'll figure that one out soon. And Butter picking up Skullhammer from DRI, the only good check there, which is another item that might not be super important depending on where items are placed, like specifically in Earth Temple, but it is a nice thing to have just because you technically need it for Cabana. It makes Cabana a lot faster if you don't use hammer. It's a lot slower, so it's just a nice item to have this seed. Convenient that it's a check that you'll probably end up checking regardless.
Cabana's just so confusing if you don't have the hammer. Where am I supposed to go?
Yeah. And there are strats for just not needing hammer for it at all, and there is a route that both runners likely know if they don't have hammer, but it's just a lot faster to use hammer and just go through it the other unintended way. Scale the wall and pop print is Nehru's.
Oh, that's massive.
Huge. It does get us one step closer to Tower of the Gods. By picking up bait bag, likely gonna go to outset? Maybe? I could see the play.
Bait bag, of course, required because you need it to get the Tingle statue, to get to Tingle, to get the light arrows that
True.
Tingle will have.
Yes. And to get the pear from Big Pig. Really important. Snack for the road.
That too.
Mm-hmm. Butter warping back to Forest Haven, likely to see if there's a vanilla leaf, because there's, according to the path in, there is a pretty big chance that it could be a vanilla leaf.
I'm more of a chocolate leaf kind of guy.
I mean, those are good. I don't know. Vanilla leaf, actually, yeah, I'm probably more of a chocolate leaf guy. Vanilla leaf is not as hype, not as fun.
Hard to tell who's in the lead at this point, but if it were a race to 5 Tingle statues, then Spytron would be in the lead.
True, yeah. Man, I wonder who will win that race. Spy does have access to the 4th one we know about, so there's a chance. And Spy is also winning for the person to buy 20 rupees for 20 rupees, so...
Oh, Spy won.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
In fact, Butter had such a good lead on that race and just fumbled the bag.
True, yeah.
He doesn't even care about the boots.
Yeah, they're not...
He doesn't even care.
They're not even close to important for this race, which is unfortunate, because that means... I believe that means that whatever this path hint for Force Haven is has to be something that leads to Boomerang. Because Iron Boots don't really unlock anything with our dungeons this seed. Butter was looking at getting storage. Likely to do a super swim to private oasis, likely.
Spytron
Butter.
getting the pearl.
Oh yeah. Well, not.
Oh,
Well,
you know what? Actually,
yeah.
I did not even. It does not have a grapple.
Yeah, hasn't been outside yet. I was thinking if if Spy had Leaf, there is a way with storage to get up to the scale the wall chest. It's really difficult and super dumb. You need hookshot and Leaf for it, and likely double magic, though it's
Well, now,
possible
yeah.
without double magic.
He just saw that he will need to get up there. At
Yeah.
least attempt to get up there.
Yeah, unfortunate for Spy, but nothing super tragic.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be kind of sad. You look at the first couple checks in there, and they're nothing, and then you just hope the last one that you can't get to is nothing, and then it happens to be something.
Yeah, and it happens more often than any runner likes to say, really. And Butter has not gotten delivery bag yet.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, he does have Cabana, but he doesn't have a way to get Cabana out of his pocket, so instead he's using storage to get into the Cabana, and he does have grapple and a hammer to do the rest of it, so no need to find delivery bag, even though it might be required for something else. Oh, what am I talking about? It's required for the Tingle statues, which will have light arrows.
Correct. Now you're catching on. You're catching on fast.
Yeah, yeah. I'm using the noggin. I promise. We can now rejoice. Grandma's been happy on both sides of the screen. Ooh.
Are
Inside.
these checks? Are these the song checks? Are those always guaranteed spiky chests?
Oh, do you mean like playing
Yeah,
Wind Requiem?
Yeah.
They're not guaranteed at all, no.
Okay.
Those still follow the same.
I've just
chest
noticed
count.
that. I'm pretty sure they've all been spiky chests from the races that I've watched. That's,
That's
just
funny.
purely a coincidence.
Yeah. Yeah, it ends up... Well, I guess it doesn't always end up being something cool, but...
All right, we got all 3 pearls and what command melody, which is
doesn't necessarily have to be important, the seed. For Tower of the Gods, you can completely skip command melody, and depending on where certain things are in Earth Temple, you can skip it, but likely it's just nice to have if you have Earth or Wind Temple. It's required, so either one of those you kind of want it. Nope. Butter trying to check transparent chest at daytime.
He's got really good eyesight.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he does wear glasses.
Spy getting the most hype item.
Yeah, the snack for the road. He's not picking it up.
I had faith.
Yeah, that's true. Lyric does have a good point. You can skip command melody in Earth Temple. Just dumb. And no one likes it.
Butter's catching up on the Tingle statue race.
Yeah. Spy is very close to one, so, you know, we could see something. He'll likely be picking up his wallet here to get his grapple from wallet mail. And Butter is setting up to do his favorite check in the world. For the people that weren't able to watch game 1. Butter did set up for this in his last race. And due to some unfortunate things with door cancel storage stuff going wrong, he ended up skipping it for a while, and it eventually ended up leading to bombs, which was kind of nice to have for that seed, so... Hopefully we don't see that today.
I think Butter is he's learned from his past mistakes.
I think so. I think he will turn around and talk to the child. All right. No disasters today.
That was clean.
And Spy probably super happy that he saw Grapple after going to Paw Print almost immediately. I feel like that happens to me like so much more than it should. Like wanting Grapple for Paw Print and then just like getting it like immediately after I leave. Thank you, Randomizer. I appreciate it.
Hide and seek was a letter, right?
Yeah, it was Note to Mom. It was a whole
Note to
chain of
Mom.
events.
Yeah.
Going to Maggie's and it did lead. Oh, it led to another Tingle statue. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Spy also doing
Leafless, double leafless golf. Crazy. It is a pretty nice routing thing, just based on barren locations. I just wasn't expecting to see it from anyone today, so. All right. Tied race for the Tingle statues.
Who's gonna get to 4 first, do you think?
I mean,
my guess is Butter.
Now I'm thinking it's gonna be Butter though. If Spy just resets here and goes to check Headstone, there's a chance it could be in. Right. Butter also finding out that Lenzo has nothing in his house. Having a little bit of a hard time bonking into the tree. Oh, that's right. Spy got Ghost Ship chart.
Yeah.
He was sailing up to Diamond Stuff. I was like, I hope he understands that's a dead place, but now I do. And that's looking like something.
Spiky chest.
No one has Leaf for this right now, so unfortunately can't skip it.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh,
Butter takes the lead.
Fourth one. Yeah, that is true, actually. Ghost Ship is actually dead. Sad.
Actually, now I'm gonna call this. I think Ghost Ship chest is the last Tingle statue.
I'll imagine. Then it has to have something at that point, right? It has Leaf. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Well, Spy will be able to figure out what the Forest Haven Takali Demos is, which I think at this point it has to be something that that leads to Boomerang, or it's just Boomerang. I think that's the only thing it really can be. Butter picking up the beginning of his mail chain.
Leaf is a great item. Of all the new items introduced in Wind Waker, I think Leaf is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it's a really cool one. Probably the predecessor to Breath of the Wild glider things.
Not familiar. Only 2 Zelda games I've played are Wind Waker and Faces of Evil.
That's true. The Faces of Faces of Evil leaderboard misses you, Max.
You know, I tried opening it earlier and it crashed my computer.
Oh, that's so sad.
Then I re-downloaded it and it works.
Oh,
I'm
thank
coming back.
God.
I'm using this platform as an official announcement. I'm coming back to Faces of Evil speedrunning.
Let's go. This is the best news I've heard all week. Yeah, honestly, can we just change the restream to like a stream of Max Hillman, please? Thanks. And it was Boomerang.
Boomerang right there. That was yeah. That was the best 4 days of my life when I ran that game.
They were hype streams. I want them back. Prage. Copium, maybe. Well, that's pretty convenient for Spy, having that boomerang there.
So he'll be going right into right into the temple now, yeah?
Yeah, Forbidden Woods.
Yeah, Forbidden Woods.
Yes, we get to see some new checks.
As a Wind Waker randomizer runner, what are your preferred dungeons to see in races?
The fastest ones are normally pretty nice. So like
That checks out.
DRC,
That checks out. Yeah.
yeah, DRC, Forbidden Woods, and Forsaken Fortress are normally cool. It's because they're the fastest ones normally.
I've always loved Tower of the Gods. I love watching people go into Tower of the Gods. It's just always, I think it's always been my favorite dungeon in this game.
I like that dungeon, like, aesthetically, like the idea of it. Just in a race setting, it's just a drag most of the time, I feel like.
What I loved about their last race is the fact that Butter was able to finish Tower of the Gods and then finish the game.
Yeah. That is a convenient thing.
That was quite hype.
Yeah.
Just by storing this chest, that may have something interesting.
Yeah, hopefully. We do need some things to get into Tower of the Gods.
Perhaps the 5th Tingle statue, or Spy's 4th.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ooh. Not making it. Oh, okay, making it onto the platform.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely blew my mind when he was not on the platform and then he was on the platform.
And he was. And we're gonna get Butter to watch the really fun cutscene.
If we're talking about dungeons that we absolutely love, I hate Forbidden Woods.
What's wrong with it? It's so fast.
I hate trees.
Well, that's fair. I think. Maybe? Is that fair?
Too many of them.
Too many of them. Get rid of them. And Spy did void out so he could get that chest. Or get the contents of the chest. I don't think he's checked what it is yet, but that'll likely happen a little bit later. Max, what are your thoughts on Earth Temple as a dungeon?
I like Earth Temple.
Okay.
I like Earth Temple a lot. Mostly because I like Medley.
That's fair. Medley's a good one. I think I like both of the companion people you get in this game.
If we're talking like my least favorite dungeons, it would be Forbidden Woods and Wind Temple, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Again, I hate trees.
Yeah.
Game forcing me to plant trees.
Right?
Ridiculous.
They really put this in The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. I don't know. I think I dislike I guess this is also me being a bit biased after doing a bunch of rando, but I think Earth Temple is my least favorite temple in this game. So it is not fun in a rando sense. Wind Temple's a little bit nicer, I think. Yeah, that's true, Lyric. You using the Medley skin while Medley's also there. Good play.
Leaf was Ghost Ship, yeah.
Yep.
Which Ghost Ship chart was the bar. Butter just got it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So he does have it, and likely he'll end up going to he'll likely end up going to Needle Rock to check the one thing there, and then go down to Ghost Ship if he has in-game time. And I assume Spy got hit down by a P-hat. I'm not sure if the camera was doing some cool thing so that we couldn't see that.
Sorry, Spy got fire and ice arrows.
Oh, is that what that was? Huh. Well, I mean,
Just
that's
noticing
kind of
on the tracker right now.
Oh,
Oh my god!
They stole it from Tingle.
Blasphemous.
So 2 bows are in there. That's kind of crazy. Cool for Spy, because that'll be some nice stuff for routing purposes. Ice Ring's dead, so he doesn't really need it, like, immediately, but will be nice for some other things. Getting the first sword.
Wow. Forbidden Wood's kind of stacked.
Yeah, it really is. Butter will be picking up his leaf here in a sec. And seeing as I think this is his last overworld check, he's probably expecting this to be something that can get him into a dungeon, so... Oh, Spy got a shield at some point. I just realized it was Mirror Shield. That might have been... I don't know where that would have been in Forbidden Woods, but it was one of the chests. Oh, was Holden Tree a spiky chest? I didn't realize. I thought it was unimportant. Well, actually, Crystal, Butter did end up checking Vanilla Leaf, and it was Iron Boots, so he didn't get it. And I assume Butter's probably going to go to the small island chest. That is what it's looking like, because that has to be Boomerang or something that leads to it, so... I think that's the second... I think that's the second key chest we see in Forbidden Woods, so I don't think Spy can skip anything in Forbidden Woods. We do have a hinted shard in the locked tree trunk chest, so good one to know. What else is new? Right, Advo? I'm joking, Crystal. Please don't leave. It's not worth it. We're looking for Tingle statues still.
Yeah, we're still looking for number 5. Place your bets in the chat where you think it is. And if you guess correctly, I'll gift you a sub to my channel.
to my channel. All right. Seeing double Forbidden Woods action. Sorry, Max.
Now, it would appear that Spy is in the lead, but I would just like to remind everyone of Butter's Tingle statue count.
It's true. He has 4. Spy doesn't. So that could change at any moment. This last chest could be a Tingle statue. It is spiky, so...
It is spiky.
It was bombs instead.
Bombs
That
are
is a
cool.
good check. Yeah.
You know what game also has bombs? Faces of Evil.
True, yeah. One of the NPCs even talks about it. Everyone go out and buy your copy of Link, The Faces of Evil today.
I don't
Plus
think I
a
would.
CDI.
I don't think I would ever buy a CDI, but I would buy a copy of Faces of Evil.
Same, actually.
Let's just take a look here.
And we get a little bit more bias in my commentary.
Can I
For
hold,
who?
Can I hold $315? Anyone?
For Spy? Yeah, anyway, Spy has every single bow. So he wins. Was that good enough? Because I'm trying my best.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right, good.
Listen, I was rooting for Spy as soon as he bought the red rupee for 20 rupees.
It's true. That was probably maybe the most important part of the seed. Maybe.
That's an absolutely. There's no sales tax in the Great Sea Hyrule. They just call it the Great Sea. I guess they don't call it Hyrule.
Yeah.
No sales tax. It's like Massachusetts.
True, yeah. Okay. The Great Sea is in Massachusetts, actually. Whole game takes place there. All right. We have Spy finishing up Forbidden Woods as Butter's going through. Did I really just read Bossing say D's nuts in Twitch chat? In a ZSR race chat?
Oh,
Thank
Spy
you,
got a
Crystal.
treasure chart. That's huge. That's massive.
That is huge.
That's ginormous.
Oh my gosh.
Gargantuan. Butter getting light arrows. Not as big.
Ew.
Not as
Yeah,
big as
not as cool.
treasure chart, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully Butter can recover from this. It's looking a little weird. I don't know. Still anybody's game. Won't know till it's over, but Spy has a massive lead with those treasure charts. Butter seeing that he got Mirror Shield from a thing.
Spy has delivery bag.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to do any sort of weird things to get into his newly found cabana. It's his.
That his grandmother stole.
Yeah, Grandma stole the deed this seed. There's a lot of lore in this seed. No sales tax, Granny stole things. Yeah, Butter Shield does change. It adds, like, gems onto the shield. And that's it. It stays the exact same otherwise, I'm pretty sure. Butter... Excuse me, sorry. Butter opening the key chest, hoping that it's the boss key, because at this point he doesn't really need a small key at all. He's already done the things that require a small key, so...
So at this point, are they more likely to go to Earth Temple? Or Tower of the Gods?
I would think Tower of the Gods, mostly just because checks there end up taking a little bit longer. But also, if you can go mode Tower of the Gods, it's a lot faster. Like, it does save a significant amount of time, even with all of the things that you have to do in Tower of the Gods. Yeah, I'm assuming...
True.
Yeah, Spy can't go to it yet. I can't remember where Nehru's is right now.
It is Paw Print.
Oh. I thought he went to... Oh, that's right. It's the thing you can check. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
He has Grapple now. Just has not gone back.
Likely... Oh, Spy's going to Fire Mountain instead first, which is a fair play. Yeah, I think once Butter finds his bombs here, he'll likely think to just go to Tower of the Gods because he has everything to do it. That's what I'd normally end up doing, unless I had some wild idea to go to Earth Temple first. I feel like going to Tower of the Gods normally would be not a terrible play. It's just interesting because having light arrows for Earth Temple, along with like all of the other items that you already need for it, it's super comfortable.
That's big. Gigantic even. Now what I'm thinking is Spy thinks that there's a Tingle statue in Fire Mountain. So don't blame him for checking.
Yeah. It will have our second pair of light arrows.
Second pair.
Yeah, it'll have our second pair of the seed. Oh, Fire Mountain something? Tingle statue?
Tingle statue? Guaranteed.
Ah.
That's a shard of a Tingle statue.
Yeah, true. We just have to we have to get all 8 shards so we can put the Tingle statue back together. Oh, Spy's looking like he's about to do a super swim. If anyone's photosensitive at all, please refrain.
We do a little bit of swimming here.
Please refrain from looking at Spy's side of the screen, if you can.
A little bit of Michael Phelps.
Oh, Butter's going for the fire arrow strat on Kali Demos. Maybe getting it. Maybe not. Unfortunately not. Would have been so cool. The fire arrow strat for Kali Demos is slightly based on...
I don't think I've ever seen the fire arrow strat for Kali Demos.
You can, there's like, I don't know exactly how it works. I just know there's a spot you can shoot into, like, to hit Kali Demos. And if you shoot, it's like 2 or 3 fire arrows or something like that. It just dies immediately. And it's super quick if you can get it, but it's slightly based off of where Kali Demos moves to. And if it moves in like a weird or not good position, then you just can't get it, and it's normally not a super good idea to wait to be able to get it again.
This might be very interesting if Spy decides to go to Tower of the Gods right after this, and Butter goes to Tower of the Gods as soon as he gets out of this cutscene. We'll be in there at the same time.
And we get to see maybe different routing things for Tower of the Gods. I'm not sure. I don't know exactly how both runners route Tower of the Gods. It's probably something similar, but... All right, Butter finally catching up with the 2 treasure charts.
Thank God.
Right? Ooh. Butter warping to Tower of the Gods.
Spy talking to the coolest looking Goron.
You can, for anyone who doesn't know, because I didn't know this for years, you can like blow the Deku leaf of that Goron and his hat flies up.
Yeah, I knew that.
I didn't know that for years. I found that out like a few
that.
months ago.
There are no Gorons in Faces of Evil.
The one thing this game has over it. Well, you get to see the Tower of the Gods, which, I mean, hopefully there's something here. Not really too much telling us to go to either or dungeon. Starting off with a small key. Not a terrible thing to have immediately. Yeah, cool routing thing that you can do with Tower of the Gods. Because if there is no key that you find before checking hop across floating boxes, then that check is required to be a key. To be a key. And you can just skip it since you only really need 1 key if you're doing cool glitch things. So, unfortunate that we're not able to do that right now. Butter picking up the first Picto of the seed.
It's kind of hype.
That is cool. We don't know if... We didn't have Pompey and Vera or Manenko hinted at all for the hints the seed, so...
Spy getting another sword upgrade.
The race is going okay. Both runners have completed a dungeon, which, well, both of them have finished Forbidden Woods. Butter's in Tower of the Gods right now. Spy is quickly following after doing a check that Butter will need to go back for, because that was a sword.
Done it yet.
And I'm assuming Spy is going to do a similar thing where he'll leave hop across for last, because there is a chance it still could be a key, but hopefully it's not.
Damn, all the Tower of the Gods hate in the chat.
And it was still a key. It could be the boss key. That'd be nice. Oh, that's true, yeah. So Tinkle sold a red rupee for 20 rupees, and Spy bought that, and Butter didn't, so...
Yeah.
I think you can really tell who's winning right now.
Very true, very true. But it's all going to come down to who gets that last piece of sweet gold.
True. At this point, I'm really hoping that it is something cool.
I hope it's a bottle.
Me too, actually. Single statues are too important to be in barren locations. I think we should make a change. By getting the Picto as well. Both going through Tower of the Gods as quickly as they can. By going for bomb push, getting out of Tower of the Gods, and getting it. Yeah, that is true. That the hop across chest being a key does mean that Spy can skip it. There is a boss key skip for Tower of the Gods for every dungeon. The Tower of the Gods one is a little unfun just because it takes a while, but it's also comparing it to actually doing hop across. It probably is not that wild of a difference in time.
See how hyped this command melody check is?
Single statue? Wow, piece of heart. Well, at least Spy's going to be getting that soon. That's going to be a big advantage for a little bit. Oh, is it faster to do the boss key skip? All right. That is good information to know. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I also remember the conversation about not doing it in spoiler log, which is a fair play. Ooh. Butter doing
Butter
the setup for...
wanted to get out of Tower of the Gods a little bit too fast.
I don't know the setup that Butter does for this. I have done boomer strats for the longest time, and I will continue to do that because they work for me. I'm glad I have boomer enthusiasts, fellow boomers in the chat.
Man, he was not ready for that light arrow. Light arrows are ridiculous in this game, dude.
Yeah, they're really useful, especially compared to the last two 3D Zelda games. The other
Oh,
Picto
both
Box.
Picto Boxes.
Man.
Chilling in Tower of the Gods.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, because both runners did end up doing Lenzo door cancel, so they know that those two chests are nothing, but they will need to go back into Lenzo's house to check Pompey and Vera. Once again being eviscerated by light arrows.
I love that the cutscene is supposed to set up this dude being like, you know, so strong and menacing. Because it's like, what, the first one you're supposed to be finding in the game?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he still is, kinda. It's super unfortunate, because they do set him up to be a super important mini-boss, and then there's like 20 of them in Hyrule. Butter knowing that is a small key, so he's probably not going to do it unless I'm incorrect. Maybe I shouldn't speak. Unless he forgot that he picked up both keys? He's storing it?
This is hype. Butter
I
told
have
me he was going to do this.
Oh, true, yeah. He didn't tell me, so I have no idea what he's doing. Well, Butter's trying to get chest storage for something. I have no idea what. And that's the last sword. So we know where all the swords are. Oh yeah, that's true. He's taking it to Earth Temple. You can store small keys in other dungeons, and
That's
as
so
soon as
sick.
you
That's
enter
so
another
sick.
dungeon, it brings it to that one. Oh yeah, that wouldn't work though. It would have to be when the last key would have to be that. So he's still gonna get the key at the end. I wonder if he realizes that. He might realize that whenever he goes through the warp.
All right, never mind.
It would have been cool if that wasn't a loading zone there. I was like, why are you storing this? What are you gonna use the chest storage hitbox for? Well, he wasn't. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever noticed the key counter not being there, but I guess we'll find out in a little bit. Where were all the swords? Well, I know there's one in here, and there's one at Needle Rock. Oh, and there was one in Forbidden Woods. There was one at the Forbidden Woods mini-boss. One somewhere in here. And then one in the Needle Rock Cave, which Butter is not done, so that's the one that he needs to get, and Spy already has all of them. And unfortunately, that key did go to Tower of the Gods. It was going to be cool if that wasn't a loading zone. So right now we have both runners getting to the end of Tower of the Gods, with Spy having a little bit more overworld done, I believe, at least.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Spy's got a 1 shard lead, Triforce shard lead.
Yeah, no, 1 sword as well.
And isn't necessarily that far behind Butter in Tower of the Gods, so...
Yeah. It does depend on where runners go after this. Butter does need to... Unfortunately, Butter needs to go back to Needle Rock. He doesn't know that, but... he will have to go back, and he'll need to go to Fire Mountain, which... I know a lot of runners tend to not want to go to Fire Mountain, which is fair, because it's a long check, so... So if Butter didn't notice that his stored key ended up going to Tower of the Gods instead of Earth Temple, he might still have the mindset of just warping to Earth Temple immediately. And we do still need 3 more shards, or I'm sorry, 2 more shards to find, other than the boss shards, before we know where all of them are.
Spy getting that boss key skip clean.
Super clean. Didn't change the wind all the way to, I think it's east. I haven't done the boss key skip for this place in a long time, because I've conveniently found the boss key.
All right, where's Butter going?
Where is Butter going? Okay. May have forgotten how
Butter
to play Sonic for a
trying to
little.
remember.
Yep.
That's fair. I forget sometimes. Most runners full clear the overworld before Earth Temple.
Yeah.
Butter's
it is
not
a nice
most
thing.
runners.
Yeah. I am wondering what he's thinking about doing, because there's... Oh. Yeah, okay, I think he's going to Earth Temple. He thought about it. Yeah, I'm assuming Butter's thinking, oh, I need to transfer the key here. But whenever he sees the key count still at 0, it's going to be really sad. If anything, he can clear everything in Earth Temple. It'll just be... It depends on what Spy does, because I'm pretty sure both runners haven't done any Fire and Ice checks at Windfall, nor any of the Picto Box checks at all, so... If those have any of the shards, then... Or if Spy gets those and it has any of the shards, then that definitely gives an advantage to Spy.
If I know Spy, and I do, Spy's going to Windfall right now.
I can see it. It is nighttime conveniently. That's what I would do personally if I was in the situation. Though I don't think I'd be thinking to key transfer because I almost never think about that.
Did I tell you guys or what? I know Spy.
Yeah, that's true, Advo. I guess in my mind, I'd be thinking, oh, I need to do the fire and ice checks and like check transparent chest. I don't know why. That's just like the first things I think of. And I can't remember if transparent chest is anything. If it is nothing, you could store the cutscene of turning on the lighthouse and talk to Kreeb, so you could skip this cutscene here. I don't know how worth that is, but it's really fun to do. Oh. Spy right in the windmill again. Kreeb giving nothing. We love Kreeb. Alright. Yep. Spy's realizing he never talked to Lenzo, unfortunately. Yeah, this is the only bad thing about doing Lenzo door cancel is if those two chests in his house are nothing and you get Picto Box way later, then just takes so much more time to talk to Lenzo and then go up into the house and just do everything normally.
Oh.
The last Tingle statue. Oh my gosh.
Although Spy does not have the 5th one, but now we know where the 5th one is.
I don't remember which one he's missing. Is it the headstone?
Yes.
Huh, okay. Oh boy. Butter's storing this chest instead of the chest in the crypt. Unless he already... Oh, he already opened it. Never mind. So, like, knowing Butter, he'll probably do left side first. That is what it's looking like. He does have a key to get through, or at least get to the mini-boss, so... And light arrows, which makes at least killing the enemies here a lot faster. Pompey and Vera had nothing. I guess we'll get the ultimate decider of a big advantage if Menenko gives something. All right. Picto Box was completely dead. Huge. Mostly just depends now if Butter ends up doing any of those. Left side is not looking too fun right now. By checking the top of Headstone. Potentially, we're going to see what Ankle has.
Oh, yeah. This is what it's all about, folks.
Really is.
This is what This is what I'm here for.
Yeah, left side not having too much stuff right now, which isn't too great. No, yeah, there was the
Spy
third pair.
wins the race to the 5 Tingle statues.
Spy wins the race. That's it.
Immediately going to Tingle. Immediately going to get the payoff. Was it all worth it? Did we build up the hype for nothing?
Imagine if it's like, just make the chain even longer, like Moblin's letter. I think that's the only thing it can be. Moblin's letter into the shard.
Into shard, yeah.
Yeah.
It's rupees!
Well, that's the first thing you get.
It's a shard!
All right. Man. Both runners being super happy about locations and stuff. So that means everything else has to be an Earth Temple, I believe. I don't think there's... Unless it ends up being like Moblin's letter and then it has a shard somewhere at Windfall, which would be kind of wild. Because that would be just a good routing thing for Butter if he ends up doing that. The only unfortunate thing for Butter's side is that he hasn't done Needle Rock nor Fire Mountain.
Fire Mountain,
and those
yeah.
those are going to take a long time to get to. Yeah, and if Spy ends up skipping left side, that is also going to be pretty huge. Because Spy, I'm pretty sure, has finished everything except for Moblin's Litter on the overworld. So he knows that everything else has to either lead to his last shards, or it just has his last shards. Butter skipping the Songstone. Slowly but surely getting through Earth Temple. And I haven't exactly been counting keys. I think he's found 2 so far, so if this chest is nothing, the next chest does have to be a key. Unfortunately, it is a key, so... Yeah, I don't think Butter's checked yet. I'm assuming, hopefully, that it's just a shard. Or Moblin's Ladder. We never know. The 6th Tingle statue.
Now that would be hype.
That would be. Ooh. Oh, this could be crazy. Man, if... Oh my gosh, this could be crazy. Butter has to check his shards at some point. Yeah, because if that's the second shard, that's really huge if Spy just never ends up going to left side. That would be such a crazy advantage. Alright, that was a shard. Spy needs one more shard to be in go mode. This is crazy. Though I think if Moblin's Letter is any of those spiky chests, then it's still kind of up in the air. Though I would say there's still an advantage to Spy right now. Ooh, the keys being really cool. Oh my gosh, Butter. We do know where Iron Boots are. They were
on
at
the tree.
Yeah, at the leaf location. Yeah, it does depend on where Spy goes at this point. If he goes to left side, there's still a chance that he just skips basement, which is still pretty huge, because Butter is probably likely going to end up checking that while he's here.
Spy finally getting storage.
By not going to left side, this is insane. Oh my gosh. It all depends on what that chest is, and likely both runners are going to store it, so we'll find out by Butter's shard count. It is a decent bit close, though Spytron does have a pretty big lead, if we can figure out what this last check is that both runners are likely going to store. Yeah, I think in this situation, Butter needs Spy to full clear Earth Temple, and Butter also needs to specifically go to Needle Rock and Fire Mountain. It was the shard. So Butter is, unfortunately, looking in a bad position right now. Incredible. Yeah, and he's going to keep going through because he's still looking for things. Yeah, the Needle Rock one is pretty unfortunate, I'd say, just because it was a good thing routing-wise for him to go there, I would say at least. But it's just unfortunate that Needle Rock Cave ended up having his last sword. Yeah, this is looking like a pretty big advantage for Spy right now, just based on how many checks he's not going to have to check. Butter's probably storing this chest, likely so he doesn't soft lock or has a lot less of a chance to soft lock going out of this room. Normally you end up moving the mirrors and clearing the room so this room becomes accessible, but because Butter didn't do that, there's a chance that you can soft lock going out of here just because of Link trying to get to a specific position. Epic Moose, if you're referring to the numbers in like the top left and top right corners, those are the seeded numbers for each runner. So that's where they placed in the qualifiers.
If you're talking about the bottom right of their gameplay, that's their rupee count.
Yeah, I don't know. Butter's got a pretty big lead in rupees. I'd still anyone's game. Like that could change at any moment.
I mean, I knew as soon as the Spy bought the red rupee, I knew it was over.
All right.
You all heard me. You all heard me. I knew it was over.
Yeah, this is just a lesson. Everyone buy whatever it is from Tingle. 5 rupees for 20. It'll be worth it. You'll win your race. Butter checking Baito mail, which, I mean, it could be something cool. Moblin's letter? That would be so unfortunate if it was.
Even better.
We've been getting some hype items this race. Treasure charts and joy pendants. Alright, and that'll be Spy's last shard. Butter about to get his last shard. There is a chance we didn't get Hyrule hinted dead at all, so there is a chance the Butter checks that as well. Don't know for sure. He does have both Pictos and a bunch of Fire and Ice stuff on Windfall, so I guess we'll see. At about a 130-40 for barrier break on Spy's side.
He is going to check Hyrule.
Yeah. I mean, in his situation, I feel like that's a fair play. Yeah, I don't know. It's between going here, going to Needle Rock, and going to Windfall. And I guess I'd probably end up going to Windfall if I was in his situation, just because it has the most checks, but it's just super unfortunate. Picto had nothing, and Fire and Ice on Windfall had nothing. It's not a spiky chest, thankfully, so it won't make him have any more checks. Yeah, Butter's
sword.
looking. Yeah. Which we know is on Needle Rock. And Butter went there originally for the first time pretty long time ago, because it was just good routing-wise. He was right next to it, I'm pretty sure. He just did not Fire and Ice to get into the cave, which you do need for the cave, and that is where the last sword is, so... Spy had ended up going there with Fire and Ice and just got it, along with checking the other thing at Needle Rock, so just ended up working out a bit better for him. And just in terms of the lead, Spy ended up doing a lot more overworld stuff before going into Earth Temple. which kind of just made it so he would find the rest of the stuff in Earth Temple. So
Yeah. It was honestly a pretty hype play from Spy.
yeah, I think normally it's not a terrible idea to do that for Earth Temple, just because there's already gambles you have to make there, so might as well just keep the rest of the gambles on the overworld out of the way. All right, PG1.
Barring a disaster, looks like we're going to be heading into a game 3.
I mean,
Does
I'm
that
alright
make-
with that.
How does that make you feel, Arma?
I mean, pretty good. More Wind Waker. I'm alright with more Wind Waker. It does mean that there is likely, unless some incredible thing happens during Puppet Ganon for Spy and Ganon, it's looking like it's going to be a game 3 tomorrow, same time.
Oh, that's so true, Lyric.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
Can't actually beat the game without all 5.
I'll ask Butter that during the interview. Why didn't you get the last single statue? Yeah, this has been a pretty good Puppet Ganon fight for Spy.
Always love watching people just demolish Puppet Ganon, because whenever I attempt to do this, I embarrass myself.
Sometimes runners do that too, if it makes you feel any better, Max.
It does, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty good Puppet Ganon overall. Pretty good PG1. Pretty good PG2. And that's looking like around. I didn't exactly. I was watching Puppet Ganon, but it's looking like around a 5-minute difference for the barrier break. So
Which is actually that's actually pretty close to how it was in their first game. So they've been very close to each other pretty consistently.
yeah, these have been fun races to watch. Game 2 and Game 1.
Can't wait to see what it looks like with the pressure of game 3 on the line.
Yeah.
All the pressure was on Spy, and he delivered. Now it's going to be on both of them.
Yeah, it'll be cool. By having some unfortunate luck trying to hit Ganon.
Been there, brother.
Ganon getting a hit in, losing soup damage. By not opting to use soup again. I'm not sure if he used all this soup, but... Definitely isn't a bad idea to use soup again, especially since you're at the end. Alright. Getting the mirror shield reflection, and that is going to be GG's on Spy side.
GG Spy. I called it.
True, yeah. The red rupee changed everything, honestly. It's another
Gonna make
question.
sure to
I
ask
gotta
Spy about that.
Yeah. Yeah, as Butter enters PG1. We have Spy on comms. GG Spy.
GG.
Spy, I gotta ask you,
Yes.
what was going through your head when you walked into Beetle's shop and you saw that he was selling a red rupee for 20 rupees?
Yeah. I had two things going through my head, like in parallel at the same time. The first thing was, oh, that's just a red rupee. I don't need it. Wait, why am I buying it? Well, guess I'm buying it now. And then I left. And then at the same time, I was just thinking back to, I think in S4 against Advo or something, we found a red rupee on Beetle, and everyone went off and made memes for like a day. It was great.
Well, now you're just telling me that I'm unoriginal because that's all I've been doing this entire race.
Yeah,
There
I
was,
was
like-
super hyped.
There was like stonks memes and everything.
We also have Butter in for commentary. GG's Butter.
I'm commentating apparently now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
I'm ready to commentate the race.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, Butter. Why didn't you buy the red rupee for 20 rupees?
I thought it might have been a fake. Can never be
Nah, that's
too
fair.
sure with Beetle.
Well, GG's both of you. It was an exciting race. Arma and I
Thanks.
were on the edge of our seats.
Yeah. The race between the Tingle statues was incredible.
Yeah, I was really hoping Tingle had something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had decided that I probably won't have to go check him because all of the Tingle statues were Sphere 0 except for that last one. Or no, when Zunari was 1. So like they're always the randomizer will always just choose a sphere to put statues in and it'll be that one or lower. And so when they're all 0, you assume they're probably all 0. But then I got one from Zunari on Sphere 1, and I didn't think it was going to be top of the island on Sphere 2, but it happened. So, no. I was like, man, I bet this is in a barren location. Don't need to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool watching the progression of that. I was hoping that Ankle was gonna have something just based on path hints and whatnot. I feel like it was a little bit of a meme that the For Save and Akali Demos wasn't just a vanilla leaf. I really wanted it to be a vanilla leaf, but it was just boomerang, boring, on the small island chest.
I found I accidentally bought an extra pair when I was buying my bait. I usually buy 2, or actually I usually want to buy 2, but sometimes I end up buying 3. And to add insult to injury, the big pig gave me another pair, and
Yeah.
I was like actually offended. I was like, how
Yeah.
could you do this?
It was a snack for the road, you know.
I did not grab that pair. I'm like, I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
Pig can have it.
Yeah, neither of you grabbed it. Again, just incredibly disappointing.
That's incredibly disappointing.
I'm disappointed in the pig.
Yeah, that's fair. Not yielding.
How'd you
more
guys
things.
feel about the seed?
It was okay, I guess. The only shitty thing was the fact that I don't know, my stick was being weird throughout the seed, and then after Tower Gods, the stick just broke and kept veering to one of the sides. So I'm like, all right, I guess I have to switch to a different controller now, which is hype.
Oh, that
My,
I assume was the pause because we did see you pause at some point for a minute.
I've been playing on a Bluetooth controller. It's not too consistent on the delay, so storage can be more difficult. But my newer controller has really bad ESS, so I stay with this one. And when I started the race, it started flashing red, telling me that my battery was gonna die, and so that just added to the whole race for the hour 40. Just me being like, oh my god, is my controller gonna die? Please.
Man. So both runners having really fun controller things. Super cool.
One example of that bad storage is when I was trying to get storage at the start of ET, I could not get it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was being really fun, I can tell. That is also a GG's on Butter's side.
Finally, the shittiest Hyrule ever is done. Thank fuck.
Congrats on stabbing Ganon in the face.
Yeah,
You deserved it.
impressive. Oh, Butter, were you trying to store a key from Tower of the Gods to bring to Earth Temple?
Yeah, and then I found out Tower Gods is even shittier than it
Yeah.
already was. I'm like, God,
Yeah.
this dungeon sucks. You can't do anything fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we were whenever you started getting you were trying to get bomb push storage, I was like, I have no idea what he's trying to do. And then I Advo and Tanjo probably or something like that were like, oh, he's probably storing a key. And then we were like, wait, there's going to be a loading zone where you can't take that key because it's just going to give it back to you in Tower of the Gods. And I did not even think about it.
I mean, hey, we do have some cool things. We did recently find out how to duplicate the item on Stone Tablet, so...
That's true. If only you could store a Stone Tablet. I guess you could. Maybe not the item from it, but you could.
It depends on how you get the storage. Either you make Link disappear, or you make the Stone Tablet disappear. It's one of the two.
Feels good. Yeah, but...
Who had the leaf first?
I think that was
did.
you, Spy, yeah.
Okay. I felt like the whole thing I was doing with mail, like, even during Mila, I was like, hopefully this pays off, and I think I'll get it first. This is kind of stupid, and I don't expect Butter to do it.
Yeah, you did go to Windfall, like, immediately, so...
Yeah,
That
dude, I
was
never
the-
do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that... that was,
Disgusting play, honestly.
that was kind of the deciding thing for getting Leaf. And it did work out, because both of you actually ended up doing Leafless Golf, and, like, actually really quickly. Like, it was a pretty good, like, routing thing, just because you would have never had to go back for anything.
And it netted nothing, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, you know, really fun.
Yeah, I'm always afraid. Like, whenever I do that roll to go past the vines, I'm like, please, Link, don't fall in the water.
Yeah, it's kind of random, but also it just feels random. It isn't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that does mean a game 3. I
Game
think
3, you guys excited?
tomorrow.
Oh, dude, man, I don't know. It's do you know how difficult it is to like picture the fact that I'm currently the lowest ranked in the tournament right now, and I'm going to a game 3 with the highest ranked.
Hey, I mean, you won one. You could win another.
I could.
The pressure will be on tomorrow. It's exciting. Exciting for everyone but the runners.
I think at the end of the day, seed doesn't matter at all. That doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. It's subjective.
Yeah, I was promised a Cinnabon if I win S5, so that's what I'm going for.
All right. Motivation enough for me.
Just one single Cinnabon
Yeah, and I'm so hyped for it.
from like a mall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Has
More
to
of
be
a,
from
I'm
all.
more of a mall pretzel kind of guy, but you know, to each their own. Butter, scale 1 to 10. How nervous are you for game 3?
That's a good question. Like, I haven't really been nervous for any of these races.
All right, I'll rephrase. Butter, scale 1 to 10. How excited are you for me to return to Faces of Evil speedrunning?
That's a definite 13 and a half. You already know, baby.
All right, that's
I'm
all
a
I
14.
needed. That's
Yeah.
all I needed to know.
You would be 14, Arma.
Yeah, I would be. It's a
The
good
addiction
game.
never ends.
My favorite MMORPG. Well, I believe that's all I have personally.
That's all I have. This was very fun.
Yeah.
I
Fun race.
appreciate getting to do this.
Yeah, thanks to VXR for giving us another loaded Forbidden Woods.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
really good.
I was like, bruh. As I wasn't gonna get that boomerang, and then because I was like, this has to be boomerang. There's nothing else it can't be. And then I was like, I don't have like bombs or fire arrows, and I have to get the basement locked in tree trunk. And I was like, there's no guarantee, that fire arrows and bombs were in there. And then crazy, everything was in there.
Yeah.
I was really happy to see bombs on that big key chest because I was like, okay, so there's a 50% chance that the big key is on Mothula Room. So I'll either get fucked or I won't. But then I got bombs to store it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it ended up working out, thankfully.
So
Did,
do we... Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
It's my last question. I just wanted, did Butter figure out which key that was in Forbidden Woods?
Oh, the one, double Mothula was
Yeah.
the big key.
Okay, awesome. That's all for me.
Yeah, I do believe that's it.
So if we are done with the question, we'll thanks both runner. They did an amazing job with that seed. So thanks Butterlord and GG and Spytron GG as well. I want to thanks the commentary. Today we had forgot the name Armageddon, I believe. Excuse me for the miss. Anyway, and Max Illman. Thank you both of you.
Thank you.
Also, I want to thank the Tracker, the Heroes in the Shadow. We had today Lava Plume and Lyrics. So I hope you did enjoy the seed and everything. I believe the match, Game 3, will be tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, the same as today.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the race tomorrow and see you next time, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.